Hello there, everyone. I hope your morning is as bright and fluffy as ours is up here. It's going to get hot today and tomorrow and the day after, so get ready. Get the swimming pools open, okay? Get ready to enter in. And entering in is what our psalm is all about. Psalm 15. It's classified as an entrance psalm into the temple, but well, it also says it's a Psalm of David. So if that's the case, David didn't write it. All right? Because the temple wasn't built until Solomon did that. Although, just to be fair about it, David is the one who moved the tabernacle, the tent, so to speak, to Jerusalem, to the Holy Hill. And both those things are mentioned right off the bat. O Lord, who may abide in your tent? Who may dwell on your holy hill? Looking at it as an entrance into the place of worship is what is helpful. And what's interesting is the two verbs that you find there, abide and dwell, well, they kind of refer to people who don't have a permanent place. In other words, they're strangers, they're aliens, they're foreigners. Who may abide in your tent? Who may dwell? Dwell means to really put down your roots. So what this psalm is about is you and me, who are strangers to God in a sense, now being invited into His presence, and we're offered the chance to put down our roots here, right in the presence of God. So it's kind of an awesome way to start. Now, this is a very short psalm. It's only 5 verses long. It's one of the shortest ones that we have in the Psalter. But it's helpful to look at it not as proscriptive, okay, this is what you have to do to be able to dwell here, but rather as an overall picture of what can be. This is what it's like to dwell in God's presence. And they're kind of moral obligations in a sense that are given to us. And this is nothing new. It's found all through Scripture. Even in the Newer Testament, we have these same things going on. And we just have to keep in mind it's not proscriptive. You have to do this in order to get in, so to speak. No, this is what God's people do when they do enter in to the presence of God. They walk blameless and do what's right, and they speak the truth from their hearts. And then, in a beautiful parallelism to that, they do not slander with their tongue and do no evil to their friends, nor take up a reproach against their neighbors. So, in other words, we are just plain nice to each other. We're also nice to our neighbors, those who are not of our household, and maybe they live down the street, or anyone other than us. We're just plain nice to them. In whose eyes the wicked are despised, but who honor those who fear the Lord, who stand by their oath even to their hurt, who do not lend money at interest and do not take a bribe against the innocent. See, these are all things that you just do because number one, you're a plain nice person. Number two, you have the heart of God that's been instilled in you. So you do things that are going to be helpful, loving, caring in community. So you don't, I guess that doesn't apply to dogs and cats, does it? There's some of my dogs over there now, and they weren't too happy with the cats who were running by. We aren't dogs and cats. We are human beings. We are people who live in community. We live in God's community. We take up our dwelling place in His abode, in His tabernacle, in His tent, in His temple, in His place of worship too. There's a lot of things going on in this very short psalm, and this is a good psalm to have a very, very, very good commentary by your side, because just a quick reading of it, you say, okay, I'm done with that. I'll do those things and I'll move on. There are all kind of plays on words in the Hebrew words here, and I'm not an expert on that, but when you look at the commentaries and they point those things out to you, you go, wow, you can't see that in English. No, you can't, unfortunately. But in the Hebrew, they bounce right out at you. So the people, as they were saying this as an entrance hymn into the temple, they would really get it. Probably more so than we. So find yourself a really good commentary that digs deep into the original languages, and you'll have a lot of fun with Psalm 15. Blessings be with you as you enjoy this hot summer day.